Hello and welcome everyone. So we are back with our daily current affairs analysis through multiple choice questions of 6th of July 2020. So I hope you are getting benefited from our videos. So I request you to please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel. So this will encourage us to make more videos on different topics. So let's get started. So with the first question as, which of the following locations are correctly matched? Options are Sakteng Wildlife Sanctuary, Arunachal Pradesh, Nemo Village, Ladakh, Chumbi Valley, Sikkim. So you have to choose the correct pair. So the options are 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 1 and 3 only, or all of the above. So among the given pairs, only the second pair is correctly matched. So the correct answer will be B, 2 only. Why? Let's see. So the Sakteng Wildlife Sanctuary is a national park in the far eastern region of Bhutan, bordering the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh. The sanctuary has a diverse ecosystem ranging from the warm, broadleaf forest to alpine meadows. It is the home to some of the rarest wildlife species in the country, such as the red panda and the Himalayan monal pheasant. So, this wildlife sanctuary is located in Bhutan, not in Arunachal Pradesh. Nemo or Nemo village is located in Leh-Ladakh Union Territory. The town is famous for nearby views of the confluence of the Indus and Jaskar rivers. So last pair was Chumbi Valley. It is a region of Tibetan Autonomous Region, a narrow valley projecting towards the tri-junction point of Sikkim, India, Bhutan and Tibet borders. So only the second pair is correct. So why this question is included? Because recently at the Global Environment Facility, China has claimed the Sakteng Wildlife Sanctuary as part of their territory because this actually belongs to Bhutan. So let's look into the map so that we can have a clear idea of the location. So here the Sakteng Wildlife Sanctuary is located. Earlier there were disputes between Bhutan and China related to the eastern and northern boundary of Bhutan, but this is new dispute arised in the Global Environment Facility. So moving to the next question we have, consider the following statements regarding the Global Environment Facility. So first option is, it was established at 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Paris. Then it serves as a financial mechanism to the Minamata Convention on Mercury. So we have to choose which of these statements are correct. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So here the first statement is not correct, and so the correct answer will be B, 2 only. So let's look into the explanation. So the Global Environment Facility was established on the eve of the 1992 Rio's Earth Summit to help tackle our planet's most pressing environmental problems. Then GEF provides funds to assist developing countries in meeting the objectives of international environmental conventions. So the Global Environment Facility serves as a financial mechanism to 5 conventions. They are Convention on Biological Diversity, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants, then UN Convention to Combat Desertification, and the last Minamata Convention on Mercury. Hence the second statement is correct. So this question has been included in view of the ongoing territorial dispute that is going between China and Bhutan. So moving to the next question we have, consider the following statements regarding the compulsory licensing. It allows producing a patented product without the consent of the patent owner. Then India's Patents Act of 1970 makes provision for compulsory licensing in India. Trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights agreement doesn't include the compulsory licensing. So we have to choose which of the statements are correct. So the options are 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, and all of the above. So among the given statement, the third statement is not correct. So the correct answer will be A, 1 and 2 only. So let's see why. So as per World Trade Organization or WTO. Compulsory licensing is when a government allows someone else to produce a patented product or process without the consent of the patented owner, or plans to use the patent protected invention itself. So under the Patents Act of 1970, it states that at any time after the expiration of 3 years from the date of the grant of the patent, any person interested may make an application to the controller of the grant of compulsory license on patent on any of the following grounds. They are: the reasonable requirements of the public with respect to the patented invention has not been satisfied, or the patented invention is not available to the public at a reasonable, affordable price, or the patented invention is not worked in the territory of India. So both the statements are correct. Then why the third statement is incorrect? Because compulsory licensing is one of the flexibilities in the field of patent protection included in the WTO's agreement on TRIPS, that is trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights agreement. Hence the third statement is not correct. So moving to the next question, we have: consider the following statements regarding winter grade diesel. It has lower pour point temperature than ordinary diesel. It has been launched in India by the Indian Oil Corporation. So you have to choose which of these statements are correct. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or none of the above. So both the statements are correct. So the correct option will be C, both 1 and 2. So let's look at the explanation. So when diesel fuel gets cold, it starts to get cloudy and thicken up, which reduces the flow rates through the fuel system. So what is a pour point? So a pour point of a liquid is a temperature below which the liquid loses its flow of characteristics. So Indian Oil Corporation Limited, or IOCL, has introduced a special winter grade diesel in India which has a lower pour point of -33°C, which doesn't lose its fluidity function even in extreme winter conditions. So why this is important? For example, আমি যদি অসমৰ কথা কওঁ, উইন্টাৰ সিজনত যেতিয়া আমি এখন গাড়ী বহুদিন পিছত ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিব লওঁ, we face difficulty. Why? Because the fuel gets cloudy and thickened and it reduces the flow rates of the fuel. So অসমত আমাৰ ঠাণ্ডাৰ দিনত maximum temperature 12 to 13 degree লৈকে নামে, কিন্তু আমি যদি নর্দার্ন হিমালয়ান রিজনৰ কথা কওঁ, তাততো টেম্পাৰেচাৰ -30-40°C লৈকে নামে। সো তেনেকুৱা অৱস্থাত আমাৰ জেনেৰেল যিবিলাক ফুয়েল এভেইলেবল হয় সেইবিলাক ইউজ কৰোঁতে আৰু বেছি ডিফিকাল্টি ফেচ কৰিব লগা হয়। That's why IOCL has come up with this new winter grade diesel, যিটো -33°C লৈকে টেম্পাৰেচাৰ ড্ৰপ হ'লেও এই ডিজেলটো ফ্লুয়েন্টলি ইউজ কৰিব পৰা যাব। So moving to the next question, we have: with reference to lunar recognizer orbiter, consider the following statements. It is also called Chandrayaan-1. It maps the lunar poles and lunar surface. It measures the dielectric constant of the lunar surface for finding the concentration of metal minerals. So we have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 and 2, 2 only, 2 and 3, and all of the above. So among the given statements, statement 1 is not correct. So the correct option will be C, 2 and 3 only. Let's see why. So Lunar Recognizer Orbiter, or LRO, is a NASA moon mission that has been in operation since 2009. So LRO is a NASA moon mission. Kintu Chandrayaan-1 is a Indian moon mission. That's why the first statement is incorrect. So LRO is particularly focused on the moon's poles to search for water or ice that could exist in permanently shadowed craters. Apart from this, it measures the concentration of metal minerals on the lunar surfaces and subsurfaces. So next we have the LRO's mini RF instrument measures the dielectric constant within lunar soil. So what is dielectric constant? It is the ratio of electrical permeability of a material to the electric permeability of a vacuum. So moving to the next question, we have: consider the following statements. It is the discretion of the Prime Minister to furnish any information to the President under Article 78 of the Constitution. The President is obliged to act on the advice of the Council of Ministers in the exercise of his functions. So we have to choose the correct statements. So the options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. So among the given statements, the statement is not correct. So B is the correct option. Let's see why. So under Article 78, it prescribes duties of Prime Ministers. This includes the Prime Minister has to communicate to the President all decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration of the affairs of the Union and proposals for legislation. Then, to furnish such information relating to the administration of the affairs of the Union and proposals for legislation as the President may call for. And last we have, if the President so requires, to submit for a reconsideration of the Council of Ministers any matter on which a decision has to be taken by a minister but which has been not considered by the Council of Ministers. So our first statement to দিয়া আছে যে Article 78 is the discretion of the Prime Minister. So discretion মানে হল এখিনি কাম Prime Minister কৰিবও পাৰে নিজৰ ইচ্ছামতে নকৰিবও পাৰে. But this is wrong. Why? Because Article 78 is not the discretion of the Prime Minister but it is the obligation of the Prime Minister. মানে Prime Minister এখিনি কাম কৰিবই লাগিব. So then Article 74 provides for the Council of Ministers to aid and advise President. তাত কি কি বস্তু ইনক্লুড হয়েছে? There shall be a Council of Ministers with the Prime Minister as the head to aid and advise the President, who shall in the exercise of his function act in accordance with such advice. So Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, তেওঁলোকে যদি কিবা এডভাইস প্ৰেসিডেন্টক, প্ৰেসিডেন্টে সেই এডভাইস মতে নিজৰ কাম কৰিব লাগিব. Provided that the President may require the Council of Ministers to reconsider such advice either generally or otherwise. আৰু যেটো এডভাইস প্ৰেসিডেন্টক দিয়া হ'ব, প্ৰেসিডেন্টে কেতিয়াবা হেতু ৰিকনসিডাৰৰ কাৰণে আকৌ কাউন্সিল অফ মিনিষ্টাৰৰ তাত পঠাই দিব পাৰে টু ৰিকনসিডাৰ দ্য মেটাৰ. But President shall act in accordance with the advice tendered after such reconsideration. আৰু কাউন্সিল অফ মিনিষ্টাৰ ৰিকনসিডাৰ কৰাৰ পাছত যেটো এডভাইস দিব হেতু প্ৰেসিডেন্টে মানিবই লাগিব. So these provisions are added by the 42nd and 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976 and 78 respectively. So moving to the next question we have, NSCN IM is a terrorist outfit based on which state? Options are Assam, Manipur, Nagaland or Arunachal Pradesh. So the correct option will be C, Nagaland. So NSCN IM is one of the largest militant groups fighting for an independent Naga homeland. Led Isakchi Su and Thwinglang Muiva, the founding fathers of NSCN IM, was chairman and general secretary of NSCN IM respectively. So they have engaged in guerrilla warfare against successive Indian administrations since 1950s. So moving to the next question we have. So Humayun's tomb was constructed by Akbar, Shah Jahan, Bega Begum or Jahangir. So the correct option will be C, Bega Begum. So Humayun died in 1556 and his widow Hamida Banu Begum, also known as Haji Begum, commenced the construction of his tomb in 1569. It is the first distinct example of proper Mughal style which was inspired by Persian architecture. Mirag Mirza Ghiat, a Persian, was the architect employed by Haji Begum for his tomb. So it is recognized as the World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1993. So moving to the next question we have, Prerak Daur Samman is a new category of awards launched by which of the following ministries? Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Ministry of Women and Child Development, or Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So the correct option is A, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Let's see the explanation. So it is a new category of awards as part of Swachh Sarvekshan 2021. It was recently launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So it has 5 subcategories, that is Divya, that is platinum, Anupam, that is gold, Ujjwal, that is silver, Udit, that is bronze, Arohi, that is aspiring, with top 3 cities being recognized in each. So earlier the cities were evaluated on the basis of population. This is a new category which will recognize 6 other indicators. They include segregation of waste into wet, dry and hazard categories, processing capacity against wet waste generated, processing and recycling of wet and dry waste, construction and demolition waste processing, percentage of waste going to landfills, sanitation status of cities. Then moving to the next question, we have, which of the following is the nodal agency for investigating and mitigating landslide under the Disaster Management Act? Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Earth Sciences, ISRO, or Geological Survey of India? So the correct answer is the Geological Survey of India. It is under Ministry of Mines Organization. So at this we come to the end of this video. Hope you like the video. If you like the video, please share it and subscribe to our channel so that you can get timely update of our videos. See you in the next video. Till then, thank you.